Owen Murphy Fine Gael Avana Bussock Labour A by-election was held in the Dáil Éireann constituency of Dublin Bay South in Ireland on Thursday, the 8th of July 2021, to fill the vacancy left by the resignation of the Fine Gael TD Owen Murphy. The by-election was won by Senator Avana Bussock of the Labour Party. Bussock was able to overcome low poll numbers nationally for the Labour Party as well defy attempts by Fine Gael and Sinn Féin to define the by-election as an ideological showdown solely between the two of them. 15 candidates were nominated, 10 from political parties and 5 independents. The electorate was 72,302. The polls closed at 22:30 on Thursday, the 8th of July. Turnout was 34.7%, which was significantly lower than the 57.8% vote recorded in the last comparable by-election in 2009, which, like the Dublin Bay South by-election of this year, was the first electoral test of the government. Following the previous crisis, the Dublin South and Dublin Bay South constituencies are beside one another and have similar electorates. The Irish Times predicted that the final turnout figure would be no more than 40%. And contrasted that with the 52% turnout in Dublin Bay South at the last general election. Owen Murphy was elected as a TD for Dublin South East in the 2011 general election, a constituency covering most of what became the Dublin Bay South constituency in 2016. Murphy retained his seat at both the 2016 and 2020 general elections. Murphy served as Minister of State at the Department of Finance from 2016 to 2017. A close ally of Fine Gael leader Leo Varadkar, he was a key figure in Varadkar's successful leadership campaign in 2017. When Varadkar became Taoiseach in June 2017, Murphy was appointed to the cabinet as the Minister for Housing, Planning and Local Government. After the February 2020 Irish general election, prolonged negotiations led to the formation in June 2020 of a three-party coalition government, to which Murphy was not appointed. On the 27th of April 2021, Murphy resigned his seat to pursue a career in international affairs. The Electoral Act 2011 stipulates that a by-election in Ireland must be held within 6 months of a vacancy occurring. The writ was moved in the Dáil on the 16th of June 2021. And on the same day the polling order for the by-election was signed by Murphy's successor as Housing Minister, Darragh O'Brien. The order set the polling date as the 8th of July 2021. Dublin Bay South has been characterised as a Fine Gael heartland by some of the Irish national media, noting the area had been the seat of Fine Gael leaders John A. Costello and Garrett Fitzgerald and their historical performance in the area. However, it had also been the seat of party leaders Ruairí Quinn of the Labour Party, Michael McDowell of the Progressive Democrats, John Gormley of the Green Party, and is the present seat of Eamon Ryan, current leader of the Green Party. Dublin Bay South has been called one of the most liberal constituencies in the country, as well as one of the wealthiest. It had the highest vote in the 2018 referendum to repeal the 8th Amendment of the Constitution, which prohibited abortion, and its main predecessor constituency Dublin South East had the highest vote in favour of marriage equality in the 2015 referendum with 74.0% voting yes. At 2020 general election, Dublin Bay South was one of the 12 constituencies which elected no women. 9 of the by-election candidates are women. Half of adults in the constituency have been described as professionals. 57% of individuals have third-level qualifications, and 44% live in privately rented apartments. Every Irish and British citizen on the register of electors in the Dublin Bay South constituency could vote, with the electorate being 72,302. The election is held using single transferable vote, with the candidate elected when they either have the highest number of the votes after all other candidates have been eliminated, or upon reaching the quota of over half the total valid votes. The by-election is the first election to the Dáil since the COVID-19 pandemic began. It was conducted in accordance with COVID-19 public health advice. with extended polling hours of 7 o'clock IST and 22:30 IST on Thursday, the 8th of July. Measures in place include having hand sanitizers at all polling stations. Voters were asked to wear a mask and observe social distancing when in the polling station. And a perspex screen was set up at each presiding officer's desk. Voters were also asked to bring their own pen or pencil to mark the ballot paper, with pencils which do not need to be returned also available if required by a voter. On the 7th of May, Kate O'Connell declared she would not seek to be the Fine Gael candidate for the election. O'Connell had previously been a TD for the constituency between 2016 and 2020, but did not retain her seat in the 2020 general election. Placing fifth in the four-seater, O'Connell suggested she would not be able to win a party selection again due to her R.